A lot of people think that this is the more complete version of the game. I am one of those people. So this is, at least in my opinion, the preferable version of the game to play. And we're going to be doing it on the hardest difficulty, which I do not recommend you do. This game is an absolute pain on hard for reasons that we'll talk about. But, you know, I believe in myself, so it's going to be fine. I promise. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so as MTI just mentioned there, the... oh, well, we're already off to a blazing start, so this is great. Take it. All right. That was some heavy improv right there, but it's going to work out. It's pretty well documented that the US version of this game is just straight up incomplete, and it got a release about, I think, 2 weeks before this version. So they clearly went back to work on it and polished it up some for the Japanese release. I was really hoping that guy was going to walk into that fire, but he chose not to. Talking about speed strats, one of the things you want to go for are the chucks. Whenever you can get the chucks, they're pretty great. Otherwise, there's a wide variety of moves available to you, and I don't think that there's necessarily a best way to play the game. It gives you a little bit of freedom to choose how you're going to do things. Basically, just don't rely on the boomerang, I think, is the strat. That's okay. That guy really wanted it today. Let him take that. Pick this up and give it to his face. So this is another case where my ability to talk about the game and play the game at the same time are going to be a little inhibited, but it's okay. It's going to work out just fine. I like to give these boys a spin kick because they earned it. It just works out nicely. Nice clean knockouts. And then we come over here and pick up the stick. And don't get punched in the face. That's the strat. Good. Do a little wall kick here for the glory. Come stand here and don't get knifed. Good. So enemy behavior is a bit awkward in this game. They kind of just will sporadically do things. Will sporadically choose to move around you, trying to go to your left or right. You can kind of control it, but you can also have things happen like that, where that guy just decided to do a jump kick, and I had to wait for him. They'll often do slide kicks into me that you can't really prepare for, and you just have to deal with it. Here we have to wait for 3 guys to spawn in, and that seems to be somewhat random. There he goes. Sometimes they pop in immediately, and sometimes they just take their sweet time. That wasn't bad, because I had the ability to deal with some guys while waiting for the third one to pop in. He had something to say about it, though. There we go. As you can see, we saved this knife for the boss, just for him. And the other main technique you want to be doing is kind of trying to group the enemies together. Can't plan for that sweep the leg move. Shouldn't be tournament legal, but, you know, the sensei told him it was going to be fine. Oh! Okay. There we go. Hard mode is a bit ridiculous because enemies will kind of block you into infinity if you get too close to them, whereas in any other difficulty you can kind of get away with popping dudes. I don't really want to pick up that knife, so we're going to just work with it. You can kind of get right up in their grill and get away with a lot more. See, that blocking right there wouldn't happen in any other difficulty. Yeah. I think we found out the other day that sword guy's name is Barry. There's some lore for you. Okay, this is working out. This screen is probably where you can lose the most time in the run, I think, because it's so heavily reliant on having good luck and skill with the dynamite. Because if you ever fail to hit enemies with those grenade blasts, you will lose so much time and be pretty mad about it. So that guy just didn't want to cooperate with me, and I've got to take him out normally. That's going to be true throughout the run, that anytime that grenades or knives show up, if you don't use them, you will lose, I don't know, lots of time. Nice. So far, the screen is going really well. I had a bit of a awkward issue with the first two guys, but there were no grenades involved there, so that wasn't really a massive swing in time. Hey! He didn't like being grabbed. So I was saying before, if you can group the enemies together like that and punch them at the same time, that's going to be your optimal strat throughout the run. This is maybe my favorite move. Looks good every time. If you're wondering what's happening narratively in this game, nobody knows. This game doesn't have a narrative. So you can fill in the blanks on why they're at an airport. Okay, oh, he did a jump kick. So that's going to cost me a little time there, so I wasn't able to effectively use that grenade, but can't plan for that jump kick, so I will just deal with it. This guy's a real pain in hard mode because, again, the spacing issues with him blocking. So I'm going to give him the spin fist, which happens if you hold down R. And it's a little slower, but it will put them into that stun animation if you hit them. So it's a nice little backup move to use. Honestly, that was a fine airport. Okay, so I hit that guy immediately so that this guy will target me. I want his chucks. Okay. So you see this thing going on with the movement there where that guy was like kind of backing away from me because another enemy was loading in. That will kind of throw you off all throughout the run because they will, whenever there are 3 enemies on screen, someone will kind of like decide that they can't engage you. And it can really be frustrating. Okay, speaking of frustrating, someone decided he needed to give me the sweeps. So I gotta work my way back to these chucks. Don't pick up the rang. And we want to not pick up that staff, so my movement is based on not stepping on it. Because the button to attack is also the button to pick up a weapon. And now we're in the weight room. Okay. I just didn't want to get knifed there. Sure. Sure. Okay, so that was a... He decided... What? He decided to use a jump kick, and I had to wait for him. Not optimal. I don't know if this is the fastest thing to do here. I like doing this. It's a little, oh. That happened because he just randomly ducked. Twice. Again, hard mode will do this to you. You see how he just backed away from me because of that third guy loaded in, so that's going to be a little annoying and slow. But I like to use this to attack this guy just because I think it's a bit more consistent than trying to punch him, especially at this difficulty. Oh, okay. The pixels were not kind. We did not line up. I have to give him one more. Okay. These guys are also a pain. Real easy to lose time to them, but we want to group them if we can. They'll, do jump kicks as they see fit, and we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah. It's fine. Ugh. Okay. Walk over to the left, punch this guy as soon as you can. Don't punch him at the very edge of the screen because he's invulnerable for some reason. I don't know why. Because the game was rushed, that's why. And now we're on a truck. Truck physics are terrible. The game is constantly pushing you to the left. Don't worry about that. That was an interesting choice. In fact, I've never done that before. That might be fast. I don't know. Because that changed my alignment, so I was on the right side of the guy with the knife, which usually you have to kind of like work your way through him. Huh. Okay, we'll have to think about that. That's fine. So, like, there's this thing constantly going on where as soon as you hit them, they are also being pulled to the left. Yeah, they teamed up on me. And so, like, as you're, like, trying to attack them, they're kind of moving out of your range of attack. So the truck is terrible. Okay, he really wanted it. Okay, fine. We're gonna walk through and group them together. Come here. This guy's gonna throw a knife, so I'll move toward him. Okay, there we go. Good. That was about an average truck. It kind of does what it's gonna do, and you kind of have to deal with it. We're gonna get some lag on this screen. Basically, there's no reason to fight that guy because he's just gonna clown out. And now we deal with all these boys. And whoever chooses to engage me at any point in time, that's who I'm fighting. Sure. Sure. I'm pretty sure the thing that's causing the lag is the barrel, because it's just an extra sprite on the screen. Eat rang, son. Now that we've cleared off some of those enemies, it's not as bad, but the lag can absolutely throw off your inputs and make this section a little frustrating. Get one of those. Okay, now we're back on the streets. Oh, that guy gave me a duck and a sweep. Stop. Okay, well, he's doing what he's gonna do. Come on. Come on. Anytime. There we go. Everybody's movement is not working out. Sure. I do want to save that knife for the next wave, so I don't really... It's fine that it's just sitting there in the corner right now. Stop! Yep. Okay. All right. So, that was something. There was a lot of enemy movement there that was just kind of frustrating to deal with, but we got through it. Once again, we want to get these chucks as soon as possible, so we kind of knock those boys down so that the guy on the left will engage with us. And then we just... Okay. Give him the business. So that guy is taking his time to attack me. He's gonna eat grenade. Come down to the bottom of the screen because this next wave loads at the bottom. I'm gonna try to not get swept. Okay, it worked out. Still not dead? Interesting. Okay, now we're going up these very well programmed flights of stairs that have basically a 1 pixel path for you to walk on. Great. Do that. That's the strat. Do what I just did. Made that guy really angry because I threw him. I'm not too worried about it. If you stand here and wait, this guy won't throw his knife into you. And that's pretty pivotal for speeding this up because that means you get to use that knife on the boss. I'm going to try to move to this guy's right and bump these boys over. That's fine. He got really aggressive. And here we are with the boss. Again, like I said, hit him with the knife. This boss is absolutely frustrating to deal with because he'll just randomly do his clown spin on you, and you can't block it or really dodge it. If he uses it, it's just gonna suck. So there he is. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ugh. Stay down. That was alright. 2 more missions to go. I was a little slow on that one. You can kick that knife back into that guy's face, but the timing on it is a little specific. Eat a grenade. Sweat my legs. Take it. This is the only point in the game where we get to knock people off ledges, which I argue is the best thing about Double Dragon games. It's probably the reason why the game isn't as fun for all the other stages, because we only get to do this once. Okay. I'm going to throw this rock over here because I want it. Okay. Move up so we don't get knifed. Fine. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna carry this boulder with us all the way over to the right. I have no idea if the designers intended for you to do this, but we're gonna break this bridge here and keep going. If we head back to the left, we're going to be able to throw these boys just barely off this ledge. We want to be sure to not get knifed. So we throw that boulder. Go! Oh, okay. Well, now we got to reset, because he's up against the ledge and he'll just keep blocking me forever. I'll go to the left. Kick him off. This is fairly frustrating thing to deal with in hard mode. See, because he'll just keep crouching like that, and I can't really do anything about it. So I gotta keep resetting until he'll go over, and I promise it is faster to deal with this. Go! Than it is to just, like, fight him normally. Okay. Say so. We also want to not... Stop crouching, fool! There. The game do be like that. So now we get to use this boulder that we took all this effort to bring over here and just kind of throw it in everybody's face. There's no defense for the boulder. In the US and PAL versions of this game, you can kind of do this thing where you kick dudes and then throw the boulder at them, but those buttons don't quite function the same way in the Japanese version, so I find that this is the best thing to do. That guy gave me a random leg sweep. Let's get one of those. And we're on the final stage. Now, in the final stage of the US and PAL version, I'll show you where it ends. It would end about, it's about half as long. So that's going to be the most obvious difference between US and Japanese, is that this stage is just really long. It's fine. He popped up on me. As soon as we see that guy, we're gonna start walking back to the left because he won't engage with me because he starts out farther away from me than everyone else, so I might as well just ignore him. Okay, we're gonna do that. And walk to his right. He'll just block me for a while, but that's okay. Jump kick. Another jump kick. Another jump kick. Anytime these guys do jump kicks, it is slowing me down. Can't really do anything about it. And then we want to be forcing him over to the right so that we're in position to move on. Oh, it's an elevator! I sometimes wonder what the purpose of this elevator shaft is. It's just like very elaborate for no reason. Let's see the way it moves on this vertical and diagonal track. And there's all these rooms where dudes come out. Like, why do they have this room? Oh, okay. You're behind me. Interesting. I had to make an adjustment there because for some reason this guy bounced to my left when I punched him to the right. It does happen sometimes. See, that's what I was trying to do with the other wave, and it just didn't happen. Oh, got a random crouch, so we're going to take a sword to the face, because Barry is a very aggressive boy. One more. Put him to sleep. There's also this kind of cycle-based thing going on here, where like we have to wait for the elevator to get to the center of some cycle before it'll carry on. I don't really think that's a thing that you can control. It's just you might be in the right phase or you might not be. That's fine. All I cared about there was making sure that guy didn't knife me in the back, which I successfully avoided. Now I don't want to pick up the knife because I want to save it for the clown. He probably also has a name. He's probably not a clown, but he looks like one. Okay. Anytime, boys. Anytime. Once again, we're getting blocked into infinity by this hard mode difficulty. Don't recommend it. It is the least enjoyable way to play this game. But if you're looking for something unreasonable and frustrating to put up with, this is the one for you. If you play this game on easy, it's actually, I think, the best way to play the game. It's very enjoyable. Okay, so he's getting real close to me. I want to just kick for a second. He's going to try to jump. There we go. If I would have tried to throw that knife where I was before, he would have just popped me in the face and given me one of those, which I did not want. I'm going to give him a rang, just because he is too close to me. And now my spacing is such that I can kind of keep knocking him down. Oh! He'll knock me down! Can't do anything about him just choosing to do a clown spin from off-screen. It just happens. Ha! Come on. Again, main concern is we don't get knifed in the back, which he will throw his knife if he thinks he's going to attack me. So it's just something you have to be kind of considerate of, is just kind of avoiding that. As soon as one of these two guys dies, we're going to get another guy with a knife on the right, which is pretty difficult to use correctly. Yeah, he's going to do that. That's fine. I kind of want him to come toward me, but he's probably just going to waste this knife. It's fine. Just going to throw it. Yep. If you can get him to throw it into an enemy, that's obviously the optimal thing to have happen, but Like I said, his behavior pattern is such that he will throw it as soon as he thinks he's going to engage you. Oh. Right. Okay, so the US version would end here. You'd get the final boss there. Say we get this whole extra section with more of this. I really want these guys to be going to the right, so this is a little awkward. Can't really do anything about it now. It's fine. That's okay. Good recovery. We're now going to find out if the run is blessed or cursed. Oh! Cursed. You have a very thin window to knock a knife back into a guy, and sometimes it just doesn't do. Nice crouch, son. Okay, he's gonna just do that. They're both gonna just do that. That's fine. Okay, we get another chance at redemption. This game is thankfully very light on the platforming. The cursed Double Dragon platforming. Really, you just have to jump a couple times. That bridge on the previous stage is really the worst example of it. Interesting. Okay. Nice whiff there from Bimmy. Give me your chucks. Okay. If you lose the chucks on this section, come on. It will cost you lots of time, so don't. Don't stand near the edge where they can do a random leg sweep at you and make you drop it on the edge where you can't pick them up anymore. We'll be risky and see if we can knock this guy's dynamite back in his face. Nope, it's coming this way. So he's not going to take damage from it. I didn't really talk about that before, but... Okay. This guy with his jump kicks. If someone drops a grenade, they are immune to it, which I am certain is not the way it should be. I'm sure it's a programming error, but... you know, we deal with it. So anytime you see a grenade happen, stop. It's pretty intentional. Okay, fine. You wanna be that way? Come over here. Ridiculous. You have to knock the grenade while it's in air back at someone in order to have them take damage from it. For the final screen, we have this heroic music. Enemies will kind of sporadically move to the left or right of you because they're loading in from the top and, you know, making choices about where they want to be. So you have to kind of put up with it. Really, the key factors in this section are don't get knifed. We're going to have a knife on this wave, Stop blocking me. So there's a guy on the right with a knife. He's gonna throw it as soon as he, you know, feels the urge. So just don't stand in front of him. I also don't want to move over to the right because I don't want that knife to despawn. So I want to be careful about that. Now I'd love to walk over there and just like pick up that knife and move it, but once you pick up a weapon, you can't put it down. Because that's good game design. This guy's trying to be a saucy boy and get behind me. I'm going to try to keep inching forward so he doesn't, but he's... okay. Okay. Jump kicks. Jump kick. Jump kick. Jump kick. Okay. All right. He earned it. Uh-huh. I'm gonna move to his right so I can keep hitting him over towards the left so that I'm moving towards the knife. Or, you know, eventually I'll hit him towards the left. Eventually. We got another clown. Stop. Okay. I want to be careful about not picking up that knife, so I have to watch my movement. It's fine. Good. Because optimally, I save that knife for the final boss, because he's got a lot of health. Attacking the left. This guy also has a knife. We want to pop him so he doesn't throw it. Sure. Oh. Double crouch. And then after this is going to be the final boss. Okay. Pick up the knife, stand in the center. Get one of these. Okay. And then, like, mostly you're dealing with this issue with the movement patterns. Like, this guy keeps trying to walk to my right. Because that's how they're programmed. They will constantly try to surround you, and it's, you know, frustrating. The final boss has the same movement speed as you, so it's really difficult to maneuver him in a way that's satisfying. You will kind of keep doing that. And the best way to put him into a stun lock is to line him up with someone else. But then once the other guys are defeated, you can't do that anymore, so you gotta do this thing where you gotta move toward him diagonally and then try to give him the spin fist. If you can. You will, however, get out of it sometimes because he's just that good. So it's very specific timing to pull this off. Not bad. Not bad. We break the wrist and we walk away. In the US version, you would get like a little block of text here telling you that the double dragons did their job or whatever. We don't even get that, so there is literally no narrative in this version. And that was Return of Double Dragon. I would put it in the top 5 of Double Dragons. I think it is fine. It's very meticulous and slow. If you play a different Double Dragon game and this one back to back, this one feels real slow in comparison. And from a speedrunning perspective, that issue of their sort of random behavior choices is a real problem. It's a problem in other Double Dragons too, but like it's a real issue here where they will just keep doing that thing where they try to like crisscross and cycle you left and right, keep changing their minds about who's attacking you from which side. It's a pain. I just played this on the hardest the hardest way to play this game. I really don't recommend it. It's really not what you should be doing. But if you play this on easy or normal, I think those are better than the US version of the game. Like, hands down, it's just a more complete version of the game. You've got issues like, in the US version, when someone throws a boomerang, they can't catch it. Like, if it comes back at you, it just hits you in the face. Because they didn't program it, they didn't have time. This game is fine. This was like the 4th game that I picked up speedrunning-wise. And for the longest time, I felt like I hit a wall with it. It was real frustrating. I thought there was like a skill threshold issue. When I submitted this for this event 2 months ago or whatever, you can see my estimate is 50 minutes. That's where I was with the game. That's like how long I thought it would take me to get through it. And over the last month, I've really whittled it down to the point where I can get through it successfully in, you know, in that 35 to 39 minute range, and it feels like real improvement. So I don't know, you put in the time, you do get better at it, but it's not for everyone. And I you know, I would understand if someone was like, this game is, I would really hesitate towards like recommending this as a speedrun game, but it's certainly a choice. I want to say thanks to the SNES Super Stars people for having me be a part of this event. I don't know. I had a good time here. I hope the people enjoyed my little showcase, my little block. And I don't have anything else to say. If you ever feel like watching me play some crusty old retro games that people are not paying attention to, that's what I do on my channel. So take care and enjoy the rest of the event.